Hello. From Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month, we're talking about women of science fiction. These women inspire us to imagine impossible worlds, alien creatures, and fantastical inventions, revealing our deepest fears and hopes for the future. Today, we're talking about an author and screenwriter who became essential to the German Expressionist movement. Her works voiced fears of the era about mechanization and technological progress. Please welcome Thea von Harbou. Thea von Harbou was born in Bavaria, Germany on December 27, 1888, the same year Kaiser Wilhelm II came to power. Thea's family was of minor nobility, and she grew up comfortably. After finishing her secondary education, Thea moved to Dusseldorf with the hope of becoming an actress. She didn't achieve much success on this front, and soon turned to writing. She began sending manuscripts to publishers, and by 1910, one of her books appeared in print. In 1914, Thea married a German actor, but divorced him after meeting a rising filmmaker, Fritz Lang. Fritz and Thea married, and though their romance fizzled out, they remained married while working on films together. What they lacked in romance, they made up for in artistic compatibility. They were constantly writing. Thea once said, "We were married for 11 years because for 10 years we didn't have time to divorce." Many of their projects began as books Thea had written. Then, Thea would adapt them as screenplays, and Fritz would direct the films. Many of Thea's works had strong nationalistic and conservative undertones. And after the monarchy collapsed in 1918, those themes became even stronger in her work. She depicted Germany as a helpless victim wronged by evil international adversaries. Audiences seemed to have an appetite for those stories. By the mid-1920s, Thea was considered one of the leading writers in German cinema. Maybe the most famous film Thea and Fritz created was Metropolis in 1927. It was based on Thea's novel of the same name. It takes place in the year 2026 in a gloomy, urbanized world. The proletariat lead bleak lives underground, working day in and day out, while the elite live in luxury and pleasure above ground. The workers attempt an uprising and must fight against an evil robot that attempts to overrun Metropolis entirely. Today, the film is cemented in the canon as an impressive example of German expressionist filmmaking. But at the time, it received mixed reviews. Some found the film technically impressive and related to the film's themes of fear of urbanization and industrialization. Others dismissed the film as trashy. Some leftist intellectuals found the film's political undertones troubling. In the end, the bourgeoisie hero reconciles the capitalists with the workers. It's harmony between the classes, rather than revolution, that saves the day. This message boded well for one growing political group in particular. In 1932, Thea joined the Nazi Party. Fritz, whose mother was Jewish, vehemently opposed his wife's new political alignments. The pair separated immediately, and their divorce was finalized shortly after. Fritz left Germany while Thea remained in the country and continued to write screenplays. She worked as a script doctor for Nazi propaganda films. After the war, Thea was banned from working in film for many years due to her affiliation with the Nazi Party. She was held in a British internment camp and then went to prison. After that, she spent some time, surprisingly, working for the Indian independence movement. By the late 1940s, she'd made her way back into the film industry. She wrote dubbing scripts, screenplays, and gave lectures. In 1953, she wrote her last screenplay for Your Heart Is My Homeland. Thea passed away on July 1st, 1954. Her films, particularly during the Weimar period, are still studied in film classes to this day. All month, we're talking about women in science fiction. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow.